we're able to sell to in 16 different states, a quality product at a competitive price, and also at a real convenience to them. And I think the fact that that we are able to give it to them, that it's UPS shippable to those people who want it UPS'd, we're also able to give it to them in 4 pre-assembled pieces, to where that they'll be able to assemble it prior to getting it to location that they want to install it, and then they can put 28 bolts to it, as I said, and they'll have their antenna installed. And I think that really sums it up, that we're taking a new direction at Seabreeze, and really a high-tech type of profile, and we're proud of it, and we hope that the dealers in the states we're located in will help us, will be involved with us, and give us an opportunity to show them that our quality has not only improved, but our service has, and it will be a real convenience to them, this new antenna.
Thank you, Russ.
Thank you, Senator.
I'm Randy Buchanan. I'm speaking on behalf of United Service Contract Specialists. We offer a service contract program to people like yourself, either a retailer, a distributor, or a manufacturer. Our contract is designed to run concurrently with, rather than subsequent to, any existing manufacturer's warranty. Our ever-expanding list of merchandise that we cover on our program includes, but is not necessarily limited to, systems like TVRO systems, virtually all brown and white goods, cellular car phones, car stereos, and even home heating and air conditioning systems. You're probably asking yourself what the USCS service contract program can do for me. We're convinced that we can provide at least 4 additional profit centers for you in 1986. All of these at no cost to you. That's right, I said no cost to you. The first of these profit centers is basically an intangible, but yet a very real concept and feature of our program. Our dealers tell us that they begin experiencing more foot traffic once they can advertise the fact that their merchandise now comes with up to 5-year service contracts. This definitely gives them the competitive edge in the marketplace. A second profit center of our program is a more measurable one, and that is that our dealers tell us that they can actually equal, sometimes exceed their current average dollar net per unit just through the retail sale of our service contract. The third profit center is again measurable, and that is that we hope to make your servicing department a profitable one rather than a liability to your business. We will pay you up to 30% automatically for all of your parts. You simply show us your purchase invoice. This part of our program will lock in all future service work on any merchandise that you have sold with one of our service contracts. Additionally, in regard to your servicing department, we will pay your rates for service call, we will pay your rates for labor, we will even pay mileage. The fourth profit center that I spoke about is the fact that we're convinced that providing your customers with quality yet competitively priced merchandise, along with our no-headache service contract, you can assure yourself of up to 5 years of satisfying customer relations. And you know as well as I do that this goes a long way toward repeat and referral business. Now, there are some additional features of our program that I'd like to point out to you, not the least of which is the fact that our program is 100% insured or otherwise underwritten by American Fidelity Insurance Company out of Oklahoma City. Every dealer that is under contract with us is co-insured with us and evidenced by an endorsement to our master policy. Secondly, you make your profit before we do. The customer buys the service contract, and you remit a portion of that retail cost to us to cover our liability. Thirdly, our contract has no deductible. The customer buys the contract, and that's it. In addition to that, our contract has a 6-month retroactive period, and this starts at the date of purchase. Our insurance company treats merchandise that is 6 months old or less as new merchandise. We pay claims weekly, not monthly or whenever we feel like it. That means that if you, the dealer, stay on top of your claims paperwork, we should never be more than 1 week in arrears in our claims payments. Next, you're under no obligation to use our program at any time, even after you've signed up. You don't even pay a membership fee, and even your American Express charges you an annual fee whether or not you use the card. Next, our rates are not tied to the retail cost of the merchandise. Also, our contracts do not exclude certain components within a total system. Our contracts also do not exclude certain brands of merchandise. If it can be bought in the marketplace, then we will cover it, even if it's brand X. Our rates also do not vary within the same category of merchandise. In other words, if it looks like and smells and tastes and acts like a refrigerator, regardless of size or configuration, then by golly, it's a refrigerator, all for one low price. We will pay for a loaner. That is, we will pay you, the dealer, to provide a loaner to your customer during the repair period. We will also pay freight. This means normal UPS ground rates for any merchandise or equipment that must be sent either to the factory or the authorized service center for a repair. Lastly, our contract is not a maintenance contract, and it is not a physical damage contract. It covers mechanical and electrical failure only. There are 4 services that we can provide to you, the dealer. All of these are also at no cost to you. We provide an abundance of point-of-sale or point-of-purchase literature in the way of banners, decals, consumer handouts, stand-up cards, you name it, we will give it to you. Secondly, our local representatives want to work with you to help you train and motivate your salespeople, because let's face it, if they don't see the value in selling a service contract, none of us make any money. Our representatives also want to show you how to make after-the-sale sales of the service contracts. Now, this takes advantage of the retroactivity feature of our program. The last thing that I want to point out is that we have a toll-free number for the processing of claims, for general information, and for troubleshooting, and that number is 800-423-0900. Again, 423-0900. Please call us today so that one of our representatives can get out to you and show you how to make more money in 1986.
Now the tremendous growth of the satellite industry has given birth to a unique trade show, the Satellite Opportunities Expo for Home and Business. Sponsored by Satellite Opportunities and KU Band World Magazines and the University of Mississippi, the Expo brings together for the first time home and business applications for satellite communications. The Satellite Opportunities Expo and Conference will be held at Nashville's famous Opryland Hotel, April 6th through 8th. The Expo includes special conferences for home TVRO and satellite business services, and showcases KU Band technology. Pre-register and save 25%. Pre-registration for the Home TVRO Conference and Trade Show is $30, $40 at the door. And for the Satellite Business Conference, $95 or $120 at the door. Registration for either conference includes the full 3 days of the trade show. For more information, just call toll-free 1-800-922-2812. The Satellite Opportunities Expo, 1-800-922-2812. Call today.
Does your city council think TVROs are unattractive? Do you have zoning laws in your neighborhood that have hindered the growth of TVROs? Well, Lakeside Electronic Development has introduced a major breakthrough that may put an end to those problems. Hide your dish away behind a new microwave fence. This fence completely blocks vision, yet still lets in 4 and 12 gigahertz signals. It's even aesthetically pleasing to the eye. This great accessory is sold in 8-foot sections, and it's a snap to install. Say goodbye to zoning regulations. Call Lakeside Electronics today.
The dream comes true in satellite television, the high-tech 500 system. Just imagine a system that's totally automatic, a system that locates and remembers each satellite, a system that can correct itself if your dish moves and even diagnose itself if there is a problem. If your dream is saving time and money, the high-tech 500 system is a dream come true.
If you need top-of-the-line TVRO products, call Satline. We carry high-tech, command performance, ESP, ProBrand, and ArcFinder. Satline, the Tri-State's top distributor, and we're here to stay. Call us at 800-524-1780 and in New Jersey, 201-574-1144. This week, Satline is featuring a special on the ESP filters. ESP is a leader in TVRO filter manufacturing with their PFG series. For information on availability and pricing, call Satline.
Welcome. This is Industry News Update, and for the first story is actually an old story. Unfortunately, Space has decided to discontinue the premium, what was that called?
The sweepstakes.
No, thank you, Susan. The sweepstakes did not draw enough dealer support, and consequently they've been forced to cancel it, and they will be returning all of your money. If you've sent $300 in, they will return that, and they're definitely sorry that this happened, but they're going to find another way for you to send the $300 back.
Yep. Another story about Space. Here at Vegas, they've made an announcement. They've appointed their new national public relations firm, and the name of the company is Fleshman Hilliard. The firm replaces the Litchfield Group, who represented Space for exactly 1 year. Now, the announcement was made here in Las Vegas during the board meeting. Fleshman Hilliard is the nation's third largest public relations firm, and according to Taylor Howard of Space, they are noted for their marketing programs and their consumer-oriented programs.
Well, we have a nice note for you people that do want to avail yourself of HBO or Cinemax programming. We have Mountain Pine Cablevision. Here's their press announcement or flyer here at the Vegas show, where they're stating that they will sell you programming for HBO or Cinemax for $675 compared to the $12.95 that HBO wants. If you have any interest in this programming, you may call 501-767-3329. This will not be character generated because we don't have one here. But you can call that, and I'll give you another number, 501-767-3801. And actually, you'll be talking to an old-time TVRO guy. Forget it, Billy. And he's the actual Mountain Pine Cablevision is a gentleman that's been in the satellite business for years.
Another story. Last week, Space asked the FCC to deny the sale of CBS affiliate KMOX-TV of St. Louis to Viacom International. Now, Space says they oppose the sale of this affiliate because CBS is scrambling all their feeds and they are not making decoders available to TVRO owners. Now, Space says they have also alleged that Viacom programming companies will not sign distribution contracts with anyone but cable companies. Space says that CBS has an obligation to serve all viewers, no matter what type of antenna they are using, and therefore they should not be allowed to have this type of a profit.
Well, here's some great news for your dealers out there, particularly if you've been a supporter of Ecosphere Tracker, because they've decided to join forces and run an ad in US News,
USA Today.
That's it. It's a full-page ad. It ran today. Coincidentally, today is the first day of the STTI Space Show. And it indicates all the reasons you should consider buying a satellite antenna system. And it explains many of the things that are misconceptions out there in the field. Hopefully more manufacturers will consider doing this. I believe it's going to go a long way in furthering all sales out there.
Last week, Viewers First National announced they were creating a network of dish dealers to market its package of scrambled programming to TVRO owners. Viewers First said they have sent letters to 4,000 qualified dealers asking them if they want to participate in the project. This project is hopefully going to be launched this fall. According to Vivian Goodyear, who's Vice President of Corporate Development, Viewers First plans to sell Select TV for $8 to $9 per month, and then they hope to offer a basic package of 5 to 10 different programming services for $10 to $12 a month. Viewers First plans to announce their scrambling technology within the next 30 days, and as we know, Viewers First is owned by Bud Ross of Birdview, Satellite Technology Services Jim Rothbard, Sandy Worth of Delta Satellite, and Space General Counsel Rick Brown. We have another story. R.L. Drake has filed an $11 million lawsuit against American Standard Appliance Protection Incorporated. Drake has charged that ASAP had circulated a statement which said Drake had filed a petition in bankruptcy court. Drake says the allegations are untrue and that the statement has caused injury to their business. Drake is asking for $1 million in compensation and $10 million in punitive damages.
I hope to hell nobody tells KLM about that.
We do have a retraction to make of last week's newscast.
I hope KLM doesn't see this news report either, get any ideas. Sorry, you can have Billy.
We reported last week, unfortunately, we had a wrong news tip that KLM had closed their doors and quit manufacturing some of their products. We want to retract that. That is untrue. According to Mary Matthew of KLM, they are still in business, full swing, and we would like to take that back. We're sorry about that.
And everyone out there go out and buy one product today so that they understand that everyone heard this retraction.
Yes, this was the most unrehearsed industry news update we've ever done.
And we will not be redone, I assure you.
Attention dealers. Star Vision of Virginia's dealer franchise plan now offers you the opportunity you've been waiting for. With Star Vision of Virginia, you'll have protected territory, buying power, an in-house service department, and co-op advertising. And the best part of it all is it doesn't cost you a thing. To find out more about the Star Vision plan, call 804-746-1714.
This is the new ArcFinder 400 programmable antenna positioner with a UHF remote control. Can also be an infrared remote, direct access for the satellite, channel, and audio, or step tuning for audio, channel, or satellite. It has programmable limits, parental lockout, programmable audios for up to 14 different audios per transponder on any satellite, and a parental lockout is for each channel on each satellite. It cannot be defeated by the kids.
ArcFinder now makes your choices easy with a complete line of satellite system components. This package features state-of-the-art technology at an affordable price. ArcFinder's LNAs and LNBs possess high-tech, element-protected circuitry and performance. Their receiver delivers crisp, clear, colorful video quality, providing trouble-free viewing. And finally, ArcFinder's antennas are designed to do more than the others. The tough, rigid construction allows the parabolic curvature to remain accurate year after year. Call ArcFinder at 501-631-2200. The much-rumored multi-format black box that can decode Maycom, Oak, Orion, and the others does exist. If you want to know more, you need the black box solution. This how-to manual has it all and gives you an insider's knowledge of how a black box works. The black box solution just costs $49.95 and includes a schematic, parts list, assembly instructions, and more. To order, call 501-321-1845. Dealer discounts are available. Sorry, no COD orders will be accepted at this time. This product is offered only as an educational tool. We will not sell this product to anyone who intends to use it in an illegal manner.
The Armstrong Roof Mount, the guaranteed strongest roof mount in the satellite industry. The mount for flat or pitched roofs. There is no wood needed. No more bolt-throughs. Lag or J-bolts available. Not 3/8 or half-inch, but 3/4 inch bolts. Center pipe is also available. The Armstrong Roof Mount for any antenna. Call 201-562-0088 for the Armstrong Roof Mount now.
Hello, I'm Ed Gibson with Birdview Satellite Communications. I'm in the marketing division of Birdview. We're here at Las Vegas. It's a space show, and we're showing our 8.5-foot antenna with our low noise block down converter, our new M3 stereo receiver, and our new M2 stereo receiver. Birdview manufactures a complete total system from the antenna down through all the electronics, right through down to the pole. We also deliver our own equipment via our own trucks. Birdview announced in February a free descrambler program that we have come out with through March the 15th. The program enables a dealer to sell a Birdview satellite system today, and for the consumer at a later date, at a time when all 11 channels that say they're going to be descrambling or scrambling are going to be scrambling. So late sometime in the fall, we're going to deliver to each one of these customers who's purchased a satellite system from one of our dealers a receiver or a decoder, enabling them to receive these descrambled signals. The program's been real successful. As I said, we started it in the 3rd of February, and it looks like at the rate we're going, we probably will extend that another 30 days. This is our M3 receiver, which is a new receiver we came out with this year. This is the actually the main receiver that you would put in your home. It drives the motor drive, which is 140 degrees horizontal to horizontal motor drive. Also has built-in stereo, has built-in fine tuning, has your antenna mode, and has a built-in filter and your format switch. This receiver is complete remote control, so you can operate all these functions from your chair. The M2 receiver is a receiver that looks exactly like the M3, but doesn't have the motor drive in it. So it's actually a slave unit. This unit can be put in any other room in the house. Actually, you can put up to 4 or 5 of these in a home, and these units will drive the main unit in the house, which is the M3. The M2 has the same functions, and you can control it from any other room in the house. All right, the dish that you're looking at now is our 8.5 perforated dish. It's a spun aluminum dish. We make that same dish in a 9-foot solid white, a 10-foot perforated, and an 8-foot perforated. The mount that you're looking at is a 140-degree horizontal to horizontal mount that Birdview manufactures. The pole is a 6-inch pole. The mount is an easy installable mount. As you can see, it's just got 12 bolts to bolt the dish to the mount, and then you've got your bolts that go down on top of your head bolt down through the center bolt, center pole. Comes in either a tripod mount or a straight pole to be mounted right in the ground. And remember, our free descrambler program has been extended to April the 15th. You can call the 800 number and get the nearest dealer to you.
Good evening. My name is John Kasserman. I'm General Manager of SkyTouch Systems Incorporated in Kansas City, Missouri. For those of you who may not be familiar with the company, we have been affiliated with the satellite industry for the past 3.5 years, primarily in the linear drive business. Through the constant changes in the industry, both with smaller dishes, the advent of horizon-to-horizon type drives, SkyTouch has tried to maintain the profile of constantly flowing with that change. Tonight we'll show you several of the new products which we are bringing to market at this point in time which reflect those changes. The first one that we have is a new mini jack project, which is basically for the very small systems, the conversion to patio mounts, etc. And for that I'll introduce Stan Hardy, who will explain a little more about this jack.
Here at the show we're introducing a new product, keeping with the trend towards smaller dishes and also the KU size dish. We've introduced a smaller mini drive, built for 6-foot and smaller dishes without giving up durability, quality, and power. Stainless steel inner tube gives us weather protection and strength. A sealed gear motor inside of a plastic case, VU stable so it won't be destroyed from the sunlight. Sealed micro switch for sensing gives us accuracy without being temperature sensitive, without being crashed by lightning, all the problems that we've all faced before. We've coupled this with the ST2 controller. We put limits in this which will stop this controller at 12.5 inches of throw. The mini drive is capable of 14 3/4 inches throw, but with the geometry is right on your mount. For instance, this is a Wilson Little Will mount that we're showing it on. With 12.5 inches of throw, we're real close to horizon to horizon. The reason we developed the linear jack for the smaller dishes is because of the tremendous retrofit market we have with so many little dishes already out there. We built things into this that give us reliability and confidence in it so that you can deliver to your customers quality and reliability at an attractive price. And now I'd like to introduce Mark Harris, who would like to talk about limits for our motors.
Thank you, Stan. As Stan is saying and John is saying, we're trying to innovate each day at SkyTouch and be innovative, be the state-of-the-art, generate the state-of-the-art. And in doing so, we've tried to come up with a line of components that will do just that. A new innovation at SkyTouch is our new type of limit switch that is adjustable quite easily by anybody in the field. It's calibrated, it has a scale. Once that installer has set one up in his area, he simply goes back and sets this limit switch the same on each future installation. The motors that we have today is a new low energy motor, low voltage motor that can be run anywhere from 36 volts down to about 18 volts, pulling less current than anything we've ever had in the past. Generally, 1 amp current at 24 or 36 volts will move most loads on the market. I'd like to show you the new control board limit switches. Make note, first of all, that we have complied with the new space coloring on our wiring. Is already on the board. We have east and west limit switch. We have a lead screw that can simply be converted to about any application we have. This particular board uses an optic sensor with an optic wheel. It can be offered from 3 pulses through 30 pulses. Here we have a board that has a Hall cell. Same limits, same everything, but a Hall cell. And on this one we get 40 counts to the revolution of the screw, which gives us a high resolution count in those applications where you're looking for Q-band birds or things of this nature. This is our standard board, which has a reed sensor. It has an 8-pole magnet, which gives you 8 pulses per revolution of the screw. Can be had with 3 pulses or 4 pulses, and in some cases 16. These new counters are working quite well, and they've been very accurate in count. This is our potentiometer board, completely adjustable. Can be had in either a 3-turn pot or a 10-turn pot, depending on the application. The number of teeth on the gear against the worm will allow us to give you the highest resolution that you can get with any potentiometer control. On the board, when you're actually run to limit, one of the problems with everybody in this industry has always had is that the system wants to coast. We put a dynamic brake in this system, and we're dumping the energy so that when you hit limit, it stops immediately. Thereby, if you're using a microprocessor counter or other type of counter, that you don't overrun and have a miscount. The motors today, we have 3 standard motors, a high RPM motor, which we give 125 output, RPM output on the shaft. This low energy motor has 82 RPM output, and we have another one at 68. We have available a high speed motor, which actually gives you 175 RPM output, which is used on some of the horizon-to-horizon applications. And in horizon-to-horizon, we want to introduce the SkyTouch Skyline gearbox and drive. We have here a gearbox which simply has an input shaft, 2 output shafts, and can be set up to move the dish 180 degrees or more in some case. The motor simply fits on to this portion and is bolted down, makes a complete package, which I'd like to show you in the completed Skyline mount here. This is the new Skyline mount that we at SkyTouch have introduced to the market. We think that it has many unique features. First of all, it's one of the cleanest, neatest mounts that you'll find. The mount is capable of being operated from the west coast, farthest north, farthest south, to the east coast. It's completely adjustable declination. The mounting blocks can be had in short, or long positions. The gearbox is die cast, very precision process. We're using a back plate, top plate to do elevation with, which we feel like gives us the strength that we need to hold that dish at that elevation under whatever wind conditions or stress conditions. The 4-bolt pattern on the holder here will lock it onto the pipe and that you're using for a holder here and do a very good job. Again, we have our motor. This happens to be the low energy Ambassador motor series from SkyTouch. We can make this available in many different dish configurations. This is our basic mount. It can be made for mesh dishes, solid dishes, fiberglass dishes, aluminum. We prefer to stay in the aluminum range because it does fit our configuration. The neat thing about Horizon to Horizon, when it's well built, this happens to be a worm gear application, is that you do not have the play in the dish that you would have in a normal actuator, linear actuator type mount, because the gear and the worm lock and do not allow it to move. This is available in several configurations, being this one. One of the things that we particularly like about this mount and configuration is that it can be adapted to just about any type of dish. Aluminum, fiberglass, steel. Most that we put on it is 10.5 foot, that all the way down to 6 foot, and they all look quite neat and perform quite well. The next thing we want to talk about is SkyTouch's warranty policy, our service policy, and our policy to assist dealers or distributors or homeowners in such case might need with any needs or repairs that they might have. And our policy is that we are publishing a hotline number that can be called at any time. And I'd like to give you that number. It's 816-231-7825. Now, other things can be discussed in SkyTouch by calling our main number, which is 816-231-4115. We invite your comments. We invite your suggestions. We'd like to see this mount on your dish. Thank you.